Welcome everyone. SirHeroescape here today, coming at you after a long time no see. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Life, but also just laziness. It's easy to do online games without having to do the hassle of live stream. And yeah, just other things. Work has been killing me since the new year. But yeah, so live streams have been less so, and I gotta get some videos out just for the channel normally anyway. So, Ranquist, what's up? Chris Perkins, howdy, howdy. Yeah, so, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so, well, today is the finals, Classic League finals. So for those of you that aren't familiar with how the Classic League finals has been going, actually just let my I'm letting my opponent know here. So Classic League finals was really cool this year. I believe it's championed by Kevin Dola, though I'm not sure if there's others on the team that kind of help him run it, but I believe he kind of hosts the event. I think he runs it once a year. It's kind of a subset of the online HeroScape events that run pretty regularly. So online HeroScape events run like every 6 weeks. There's a new event, and so the Classic League is kind of a subset of that group that does that. So Classic League, obviously all classic, but this time around it was a random draft Delta format. So Delta is referring to the new pricing, that competitively pricing that we do. So if you have a really good unit, that tends to be a little bit more expensive, and then the weaker units tend to be a little bit cheaper in order to make them more viable in formats. So we had Delta pricing, and then the random draft aspect was really unique. So tonight it's going to be a little bit complicated. So I'll show my screen here and kind of cover some of the what's going on. So the way that Delta draft works is the army creation is that there's 18 figure max, 500 points max, the rule of 12, which means you can't have more than 12 figures from any one card, so commons, right? And the way that the draft format works is whoever wins the dice off, and I won the dice off, gets to pick first or strike. So if I choose that I'm going to strike, I get to strike a unit, but then Earthling, my opponent, gets to pick first. If I decide that I want to pick first, then my opponent gets to strike a unit first, and then I get to pick. So striking will be one hero or a full set of squads, and the random draft is truly random. So they randomly pick any units in the pool of all HeroScape, and we get this hodgepodge of randomness. Now, common squads, there's a couple rules behind there. All common squads were given a minimum of 4 squads each, and so you have 4 squads of each of these. So if Morrow Drudge are randomly selected, there's automatically 4 squads. So they did allow that to provide some interesting choices there. Okay, now with the way that the draft works, you get to do a 1-1-1-1-1-1 pick. Now that's important because when you do a 1-1-1-1-1-1 pick, I wouldn't say it's harder to counter draft, but it is. You really have to kind of think through the points and who's going to get the next best thing and how you're going to kind of alternate. Now, one twist to this is that the way that they did this draft format was you actually can pick multiple times if it's a common squad. So essentially the way that this works is each of us gets one pick. So if I pick first, I get one pick, which means I can pick a squad or I can pick a hero. Now, the caveat to that is that if I decide to pick a squad, I can pick to up as many squads as I want of that squad, but then it forfeits future picks. So the way that works is I can say, I'm going to take Morrow Drudge, but I'm going to take all 4 squads of Morrow Drudge. So with my one pick, I technically get all 4, but it's forfeiting 4 picks. What that means is that on the other side, Earthling could then go, okay, I want, this hero, this hero, this hero, and then he could use his last pick to pick 4 squads of another. And so you can literally pick your full army if your opponent decides to pick out the gate 4 squads. Now, I might do that. We'll see. But the interesting thing about drafting in this format is that it really breaks your brain a little bit in terms of how you set up your opponent. So that's kind of an introduction of how this is going to operate. We haven't done the draft yet, and so we're going to do that live. So let's jump right into it. Just let me know when you are ready. Pick draft order. Okay, cool. just finished explaining the format to the users. Okay, so for those of you watching again, we're here in the finals. So this is, I'm 5-1, Earthling's 5-0. I was able to make it to the finals. It's been a long time for an online event. We've got Dagmar, we've got Olenavia, we've got 2 treasure glyphs, and this map is, I should know this one. This is by Super Frog. My brain's blanking on me. It's a good one. I really like it. I think it should have made it into the Wargrounds of Scape. They turned it down, but really good map here. Oh, Nightfall. That's right. So this is our pool that we get to pick from. I've done about 20 different prep drafts for this with a friend of mine here locally. Just kind of talking through the ins and outs, and it is pretty gnarly. I think I'm going to go ahead and give him the strike first option, which gives me first pick. The reason for that is I think I've got a better chance of... this is kind of how I've evaluated the draft. These are the no draft units in my opinion. The maybe drafts. Cantel is more just filler, right? These are the mid-draft squads. I think the top draft squad is potentially the Shades of Bleakwood. And the top draft heroes here are, of course, mid-draft heroes I would probably say is actually Mika. Top draft heroes definitely Kaminow and Eltahil. But there's some interesting things, especially on this map with Shadow, that Mika can do. So I'm probably going to give him the strike first, but that gives me first pick, right? So that actually lets him counter draft me a little bit. I just like that I can potentially go full Shades of Bleakwood or 2 or 3 squads of Shades of Bleakwood, and then or just first pick Kaminow, which I think when you force your opponent into range, it makes things interesting, right? If I can force you to come to me, that's always a good thing in my opinion. So we're gonna go ahead and I think force him to strike first, and then I'll pick first, and I'm either gonna pick if I force him, it just depends on if he strikes anything. But I think the best draft I came up with was if he chose not to strike. Okay, go ahead and strike, and I'll pick first. So the decisions have been made. I'm gonna be picking first. He's gonna be striking. So I gotta think through this. Let's see. Where are my notes? In my notes, let's see. I really liked if he doesn't strike anything. If he strikes a hero that's not in my top. So much swamp on this map. I'll ban Drunch. Interesting. Interesting pick. Interesting ban. Okay, so Drudge aren't great, but they do offer some range, and they counter the Obsidian Guards in the sense that they can kite. So I think since he... Okay, that surprised me. Most of the drafts actually that I talked through did not involve a Drudge ban. Usually we liked it if interesting. I didn't expect him banning Drudge. Huh. I had about 20 different drafts, and that was... Well, no, I'm not gonna mind game him. I don't want to tell him about my plans here. Okay, so in an ideal world, interesting. So he's okay with a melee game. which is interesting. Because he bans Drudge, that makes Kaminawa a little bit better, especially against Obsidians. I think I pick Kaminawa here. Yeah, if he bans Drudge, interesting. That makes the drafts actually pretty kind of straightforward because squad. So we're each gonna get Obsidians or Phantoms. So I have to think about what I prefer. So actually, that kind of makes sense because if he bans one of the squads, that allows the one, or if he doesn't ban one of the squads, that allows one of the players to actually get more squads than the other, right? This actually kind of forces us each to get a squad. Now it just determines whether or not he gets Obsidian Guards or Shades. Obsidian Guards are a better good stats or good unit. Do I force him to come to me? He can get more with Obsidian Guards if he goes ×4. That's interesting, though. Force him to come to me with Kaminawa. Huh. But I have more mobility with the Shades. I can get Dagmar, Olanavia. There's still some treasure glyphs. Yeah, I can force him to come to me, but, I mean, Obsidians aren't horrible. Beating up on Kaminawa with their base 4 attack, and they get sped up by the road. If I go Obsidians ×4, he gets basically full Shades. I could go Obsidians ×3, which gives me a few different options. That's, say, 180. Obsidians ×3 gives me 180. Oh, shoot, and we have to place this at the time that we draft it. If I go Shades ×3, my prefer, yeah, this is Kaminawa and Mika. Obsidians ×4, Awa and Mika. Shades ×3, I get Krug and Awa. Shades ×3 probably isn't enough. Obsidians ×4, he gets to pick his whole army. Then he goes Shades ×3, Kaminawa, and Krug. Or he goes Shades ×4, and like Eltahil and like, yeah, Obsidians ×4. Obsidians are gonna have a lot harder time. Shades of Bleakwood are gonna be able to outmaneuver, which is gonna be kind of big, I think. I think I either go Obsidians ×3 or Shades ×3. No, but that lets him pick one of that squad, and then the rest of the other squad. I'm not sure I want to do that, but it leaves me a little bit more room for heroes. Let me do some quick math. 180 plus 135 plus 75. Yikes, that's only 110 left. That's not even enough, really. Well, I guess I could go for Eldgrim at that point. Or Thorgrim, or even the ninjas if I really wanted to. Okay, that gives me some options if I go Obsidians ×3. Obsidians ×4. Gosh, I think I just go Kaminawa and see what he does from there. I want to go range. Yeah, I think I go range and try and let him pick the squad first. If he goes Shades first, I think I'm okay with that. I think. Because, yeah. Picking Awa. I'm picking Awa. Okay, so now we gotta pick the figure. Again, I think the reason I go Awa is because it's the only range, which forces him to come to me, and I think I'd rather play that game. My guess is he's gonna go Shades, because Shades can just maneuver so much faster, but Shades are so much more points, so it's going to be harder to fit the heroes in. Where's the hero? Einar. Okay, Einar. Okay, so I think I go the blue start zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that position here. 1, 2, 3. So I can grab the treasure glyph or grab that level 3. I'm just trying to think about this pool, but Cameron first felt right. Christopher Perkins, I haven't spent much time thinking about the pool, but Cameron first felt right. I'm going to give draft thoughts as it goes. Oh, nice. Was hoping for the blue side. Haha. So, Earthling, yeah. So, interesting. I was honestly surprised by the Drudge pick or ban. I think mainly, like, that indicates to me he just wants it to be essentially a melee game, right? Because if you go Drudge, I felt like the best drafts were actually leaving the squads because all the squads counter each other-ish. So, when you think about Drudge are weak, but they can kite range the Obsidian guards. Obsidians are slow. Obsidians are melee versus Shades, but the Obsidians are good stats are good. 4 attack, 4 defense. They can punch Shades. But Shades can outmaneuver Obsidians, so they're always going to have height, right? And they can always fly and target them as they need to. So I was a little bit surprised by that, because then it also increased the pick for Kamanawa as the only range. Obsidians times 4. Interesting. Interesting pick. Okay. Okay, so he's going for the good stats are good play, which makes a lot of sense. He wants to load up on good heroes. And honestly, this map does play relatively fast with the road. But I'm going to just kind of have to, I think, pot up a little bit and jump around with range, force him to come to me. 4 movement is 7 movement on this road, though. So I got to think about what my actual position is going to be. Shades can get me 5 defense, right, from height. With their attack being 2, it's not going to be great, but from height they can give me 3. Because I picked first, I get to pick the rest of my army now, which is really interesting. And part of this is trying to pick to make it a tough pick to fill out his rest of his army. So these are the no drafts. Obsidians are gone now, which leaves Shades. I have to go Shades. The question is how many squads of Shades. In my drafting, one of my ideal armies was actually Shades times 3. Krug and Kamanawa. The downside is that Krug is actually... I don't feel like he's actually a great pick against Obsidians, only because Obsidians are just good stats are good, right? So in an end, I mean, they can just smash Krug if timed correctly, especially if they get him on low ground. So I actually think Krug is a bit of a bait here, in that I think he's a bad pick, because I get to decide when I want to attack Krug, right? Or he gets to decide when he wants to attack Krug. And so you can just leave him doing nothing and then blow him up. Unless, of course, you're in an end game where, you know, there's only a couple figures left, and then you're really hurting. Okay, interesting. Well, Eltahale feels pretty good, but I don't think I can get Eltahale, Kamanawa, and Shades. In fact, I'm not even sure I can really get anything with Shades times 4. Shades times 4 plus Kamanawa. Yeah, it only leaves me 45 points. In fact, that doesn't give me anything. I don't think that's the right pick. I think I have to go times 3. Because then I'm only getting Quintel and then I'm under points. So yeah, I think I have to go Shades times 3. That's 240. 240 plus, what is it? 135. Oops. 240 plus 135. 375. That gives me 125. So yeah, I can go Krug. Interesting. I mean, I have to go times 3. That makes most sense. So the question is then... Yeah, and I can't get Eltahale. He can get Eltahale, so he's got 240. He can go El Tahal, and he can go like with a 75-point hero or something. He can go, yeah, with 244 squads of Obsidians. El Tahal feels pretty good. And then he gets 115 left over. So my guess is he goes El Tahal or Krug with his Obsidians and then some other filler. I mean, heck, if he wanted to throw in another squad of Shades, because I'm only going to get 3. Unless I just go 4 and play under. If I go 4 for numbers and play under, so that way he doesn't get a squad of Shades, that's interesting. Because he's going to have more heroes, actually. He's going to have 240. That's an interesting point. He's going to have 240. He's going to get El Tahal for sure. That's the right pick. And he can't get Krug if he goes El Tahal, but I think El Tahal makes sense. And then he'll go... What's he going to go with 115? Gosh, that's kind of ugly. My guess is he'll go like Thogrim or Ninjas and Kintella. Something like that. I could soul suck the Ninjas in the Northern Wind. That'd be sweet. I think I might have to go 4 and then Kintella and go under. Times 4 is 320 plus 135 plus 20. I'll be... Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'll be under points by what? What is that? By 25 points under. So is that 320 plus 135 equals plus Kintella? Yeah, so I'll be 25 points under. That's not horrible. Especially because would he actually take another squad of Shades? He could go Shades, then he could go El Tahal. Yeah, he could be under a few more points than me, but if he really wanted to, he could go, if I only go 3 squads of Shades, he could go squad of Shades and El Tahal. My guess is he's going to go, if I go 4 Shades, though, he's going to go El Tahal. Mika's not horrible. In fact, it's a good pick. El Tahal, Mika. 25 plus 75. That's a pretty decent pick. Then you're only down by 40. But you're still playing under. That doesn't feel very good. So I think he's going to be playing under as well, unless he goes for something higher points like Greater Ice Elemental or like Thogrim or something. Yeah, he's going to be playing under as well. So if we're both going to be playing under, I think I'd probably go full Shades. Because my only other pick is like Shades times 3 and then like Mika. Because I go 240 plus 135. Then I only get 125. So, and Krug, just like I said, feels bad. Can't get El Tahal. Mika, I'm under by 50 points. And Mika doesn't really do me any good here. Okay. Yeah, I think I go Shades times 4 and Kintella. Kintella, Shades times 4. And that's because he's going to have to get more heroes and uniques, and then that gives me more opportunity. Okay. Okay, Kintella, Shades times 4. Because I think that makes the most sense. I don't think the heroes make sense. Because he's going to go Krug or El Tahal, and Mika's not going to make much sense. Thogrim makes some sense. To pot up with Thogrim. In fact, it kind of makes a lot of sense. Like, I could pot up, like, here. And just go, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get Thogrim up front. And get, what's his face here? But that just takes time. And you can just rush into the road. I mean, I've got a lot of defense, but defense isn't king at the end. I mean, like, defense falters all the time. I think mobility is going to be more important. I'm going to be under by 25 points, which, you know. Okay. I don't think that was my ideal draft, but I have range. And Shades... Again, mobility, he's going to have more uniques and heroes. Where's my Kintella? There she is. Kintella, I honestly don't really care, so I'm just going to drop her, like, over here. probably in the corner where she's going to do absolutely nothing. Chris, I'm here self-promoting spam. Christopher, kinda liked all unique here. Something like X17, Krug, GIE, Izumi. Seriously, going into Obsidians? Nah, definitely not. Not in my opinion. The Obsidian Rush always a fear. Christopher, Krug isn't great into lava, boys, but he is great into whatever heroes he takes next. Fair. Cameron behind Greater Ice until X17. Izumi feels strong into lava, boys. Yeah, fair. They almost get to double their move on road. Kind of neat. 4-7. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's an interesting draft. Just wall up with Greater Ice Elemental, X17 and Izumi depend on Counter Strike, extra defense on X17, and the what's it called, the spikes. Yeah, that's an interesting draft. I never would have thought through that deeply. Those were no draft units for me. Izumi I considered, but I'm the type of player, I just don't trust defense. I do not like to trust defense or abilities like Greater Ice Elemental. Like X17, Izumi, Greater Ice Elemental, those are all abilities that are highly defensive, right? And they do force your opponent into some awkward positions, but it's also takes you just a couple fails on the Greater Ice Elemental for him to just get smashed. A couple blanks on the Izumi for that to just fall. X17, that's interesting. I'd rather just go Squadscape, kind of go numbers and mobility, honestly. So, but definitely an interesting draft choice if you wanted to go full uniques. Power to you, Chris. I know you've got some reasons for picking that because you've had experience running some crazy hodgepodge stuff like that. But I don't have the balls for that. That's for sure. 2, 3. So what's his face? Earthling said interesting to that draft choice, which is a little bit surprising to me because I kind of thought that would be obvious. I gotta go Shades, but I mean he has to fill out with heroes and uniques, which just make it a little bit scarier when you got Shades flying around. I mean I have to roll a 19 or a 20, sure. I can't bank on those odds, but like if he picks Krug in an end game against Shades, I think Shades just win because I would actually never attack Krug. I would just engage him and say, okay, attack me with 2 attacks of 2. I got defense 4. And every turn I'll just roll the d20 until I get a 19 or a 20, right? He would try and disengage me to take wounds, and I would just deny the wounds. I just would never disengage. So I think Krug is a bait here. I think it's a bait pick because I don't feel like Krug's good against Shades, Obsidians, or even Drudge. Like Drudge could triangulate shoot him. Obsidians are tough enough to just smash him, and Phantoms can just engage him and just not do anything, right? And then roll for that 19 or 20. Again, can't bank on the 19 or 20. I like the mobility of Shades. I should be able to get height attacks, and I should be able to target Obsidians individually. Hopefully, that's kind of the idea here: is wall up with Phantoms, or Phantoms. They're essentially Phantoms. Wall up with Shades. Let Kamanawa kind of force some interesting, Let Kamanawa, force them into some awkward positions where he's shooting at them as they're coming in. And then really just take advantage of their mobility. I mean, like, there's so many spots where even if they're coming in on road, I'm going to be able to get height attacks down. 3 into 4, 3 attacks down, 3 attack down into 4 defense isn't horrible. And with their 4 move, they're going to have a hard time kind of getting same level if I can block, right? So like if I can engage 2 here, they're not going to be able to get up, right? They're going to be kind of stuck there, and then I can kind of do the Phantom Knight thing where I just fly to the other side of the map, right? And just force him to chase after me until I can get another height attack. Or instead of attacking 3 separate units, right? If he's got a unit somewhere over here, I can get 2 units to attack down, or 3 units to attack down, and try and swarm one side to guarantee a kill if he can't replace it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's going to take a little bit more of a positioning game for me, and for him it's going to be probably a lot more just make sure he has the reinforcements to get to me. And then it's a good stats are good type of game where, you know, he's rolling 4 and above, right? So at the end of the day, sometimes rolling 4 and above on both sides of the dice just plays better. I don't think I want to target his heroes out of the gate with shades. I think I just always want to use that as a way to scare him, right? If I can kind of get him to make some weird decisions with his heroes because of the threat of shades, I think that gives me an advantage. If he's worried about shades, though, then he's making a mistake. Because, I mean, generally you don't want to be scared of shades, but at the end of the day, it's also a 10% chance, and you get to roll it for every single shade engaged. So if I decide on the, Dagmar's on the board, which is awesome, right? So I can fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can grab Dagmar within 1 movement. I can grab Olenavia for, Kaminawa within 1 movement. And Dagmar is really nice for an initiative switch. So, like, if I decide to engage Krug or Eltail or whoever he picks out the gate, I can do it on a turn 3, and then get an initiative switch where on the beginning of the next initiative I get to roll for the... What in the... What? Interesting. Ninja's Mika Aravan. Okay, I guess... Wait, Aravan. I mean, Avar? So Ninjas is an interesting pick because Olenavia is on the board, so that could make them really strong. Actually, I need to double check. Shades might only Soul Devour unique heroes. Heroescape Shades. Actually, it might be anything unique. Dang it. Okay, unique hero. Okay, yep, that makes sense. So, because you have to destroy a shade, then take control of the unique hero. Interesting, yep. So I think I know what he's doing there. Yep. So basically, he's drafting heroes where it won't really make a difference if I take them, right? And that's actually a decent counterplay. Chris Perkins, for Earthling, I think I like Elta here more than Krug, but the points work out way better for Krug and other Elta plus other. I love it. Definitely could be better than Elta points were. Yeah. The ninjas are an interesting pick. I kind of like it because they can run right through a screen. It's very D20 dependent, right? I mean, he has to roll, I think it's like a 12 or higher. Heroescape, Northern. Ninjas of the Northern Wind, I think it's 12 or higher. Yeah, 12 or higher. So, it's, what is that? Not a 50-50, that's, I guess a 45% chance or something. Yeah. Still really good. Mika is good for assassination potential. She can run out, drop a... I mean, he's full melee except for Avar. Avar, range 4. He gets better as he gets worse. Or he gets better as he gets hurt. So there's some interesting things you can do with Avar. He can... I mean, if you don't kill him, he gets bonkers stats. But the play there is grabbing Mika and Avar because they're not meaningful heroes, really, right? So it makes Shades less meaningful. Because that's not me gonna... I mean, I can target and I can take those heroes, Avar and Mika. Like, even if I take him, he can just pound them with obsidians. Yeah, I think I overlooked Avar upon further consideration. Definitely a solid pick here, I think, is what Chris was saying. Yeah, I mean, he's interesting. Range 4 definitely has to come to Kaminawa, and his base attack's 2 to start, so he's more of a cleaner. He's more of the end game, right? I don't think it makes sense to really... I mean, if he's leading order markers with Avar, I mean, at best 2 attacks of 2, I'm going to have to just own that. Own it in the sense that I'm just going to have to allow that to happen. That's not great. Mika definitely can be a threat into Kaminawa's position if he plays her right. And the ninjas, because they can go walk through a screen, I'm going to have to be very mindful about a screen with the shades. Okay, interesting counterplay there. I think he's definitely got some tools to deal with me, for sure. He's got the good stats are good. I've got mobility. I've got range. He's got pseudo range with Mika. Interesting. Going to be some interesting counterplay here. Let's see what glyphs are there. Do I go for the glyph early? Teleport, defense, scarab, and heroic rune. Heroic rune would be nice. I'd prefer talisman of defense, teleportation or hunter stone. Definitely teleportation if that's what I get. Just, I mean, it's not great, but you know, I'll take it. Okay, interesting. I think I go for the treasure glyph, but do I go to wall off after that? Do I go shades after that? Or do I go full Kaminawa and then just back up into my start zone and force him to come to me and then switch into shades when he actually gets to me? Or do I just go full shades? No, I think you go Kaminawa to force him into an awkward position to come to you. And then you go full shades to try and catch him on low ground when he's trying to develop, I think. I don't know if I go all 3 on Kaminawa or not, because then he could potentially grab Dagmar for an initiative switch if I win. So I think I have to go... Awa... I do have to be mindful of that treasure glyph, though, because if he opens Mika, he can drop Mika on a shadow tile or just run up Mika on her own shadow tile and then blip here and kill Kaminawa. So that might deny my treasure glyph play there. So I might waste a bit of a... I could potentially end up wasting more turns than he will. He has a few more tools to play games against me than I do, I think, because he drafted heroes that were not as juicy as like an Eltahil or a Krug. Interesting. I have range, so how do I utilize range? If I open shades, I can spread out here and utilize my mobility and use Kaminawa as a bit of a bait. And use Kaminawa at the end of the round when he's got closer. Use his double attack after I've established shades. Early grabbing that glyph doesn't necessarily... He can counter that by going Mika. If he wins initiative, he can go road and then just... Well, no, he can't get to me if he's on road if I'm there. He could go early on the ninjas. 2 order markers on Kaminawa doesn't make sense if he can chase me down with the ninjas. Of course, grabbing the glyph now... I don't have to grab the glyph now. Of course, grabbing it now if I wound myself. Wait, what's the play? You may reveal an unrevealed order marker. Okay, yeah. So we just go Kaminawa. And we go Shades turn 3, so that we don't actually wound ourselves. And then we just run back into the start zone, potentially surround Shades, surround Kaminawa with Shades. I think that makes sense. Take some pot shots, run back to the start zone, potentially grab an initiative switch, because I can grab Dagmar, or grab height and kill him off of it, potentially. Yeah. I don't like it as much, but I think... yeah, we'll just see what happens. Okay, so he starts. Interesting Mika play. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so assassination on... or she wants to go for the assassination on Kaminawa. Yeah, I kind of anticipated a assassination play because I've set him up to go on the treasure glyph. But I don't think she can't. Yeah. Heroescape, Mika. Interesting he's going full turns on Mika. Maybe she's just going to grab the treasure glyph. Did she go to the treasure glyph side? No, she didn't. Well, but she could grab it. I think she still has 5 move. Thanks for SirH getting Mika flashbacks of our game. Yeah, no, she was good into Kaminawa. She definitely has some utility. Hopefully I can play around that. Okay, so 6. 5, 6, 1, 4, 4. She drops 1. She can teleport. Starts her turn. Yep, she gets +3. Okay, she, instead of moving normally, place her on any empty shadow space in the east space of her current location. Yeah, okay. Yep. Everything I anticipated was correct. So the play here is not to go not to go the treasure glyph. Not to go the way of the treasure glyph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she's got enough movement she can actually run in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, there's nowhere I can go to actually like shoot at her. So yeah, it's a bit of a wasted round, I think, because he's just going to be playing around me, and I'm going to be playing around him. So I'm not going to really do anything. So where do I end up going? I can't really take a shot. If I go here, I mean, I can shoot her, but that I'm just dead. She can teleport to Shadow. Yep, it's a good counterplay what he did. I think I just go here just for crap's sake. I mean, there's no... He can teleport to a nearby Shadow, but then he can't reach me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think my next play is then to go 1, 2, 3, like here, and then just surround by shades if he tries to like butt rush me. Where am I gonna go? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, she can't reach me. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I just go there for now. Annie asking about Renegade. Yeah, thanks Chris for answering that question. Renegade, we're gonna find out about New Heroescape next month. Well, ish, in a month, March 2nd, I think. Friday, March 2nd. No. March 1st? Yeah, Friday, March 1st. Can't remember the time, but Renegade's doing a big ol' announcement on what that's actually going to look like. Question is, does he go turn 3 on Mika? Is he going all in to try and assassinate Kamen? I don't know. I'm curious to find out. Kind of makes sense what he's saying, right? He's basically saying, I'm coming for you. Interesting. So he's making that a shadow space. So no more road there, which actually makes it a little bit rougher for him, because that means on this side of the map, I can actually limit his ability to move from the road to this higher position. Interesting. What? Let's see. I can't engage her unless I engage on low ground. That just seems like a bad idea. But I can still take a shot. If he goes turn 3. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's the farthest he can get. Or here, or here. And then I'm going shades. And shades, I think it's before moving. No, it's after moving. Huh. Okay, my guess is he'll drop her onto shadow just to keep her safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we go back here. Because if I need to, shades can cover. Shades can cover those spots if I have to block off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, it doesn't let me get a shot off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, I can go here, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3. I think we go here. We're gonna have to check that. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, right. Okay, he's thinking about his position. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get a shot off then from 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So here's where we go. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Attack 4. It's decent. I'll take a 3 for 4. Oh, yeah. Wow, he went all in on Mika to chase away my Kamanawa. But I'm gonna get the jump on him with going order marker 3 on shades. My guess is he'll drop onto one of the shadows to try and get an initiative switch. Well, no, he's not getting the initiative switch. He started with the initiative. But I think Mika has to be unengaged completely. Whoops. Mika Heroescape. I think has to be unengaged completely. So return unengaged and on a shadow space. Yep, okay. So I can completely deny her if she charges in. So he's got some decisions to make. Honestly, the smart play is not to... I mean, there's no reason to bum rush into my start zone, especially if I have an order marker on shades, which is possible. So smart play for him would kind of be to back up to a shadow somewhere over here and just continue to be a threat, or to grab the treasure glyph. But if you grab the treasure glyph, then it's not a shadow space anymore, so you can't do your assassination plot. So, I mean, I think the smart play for him is just come over to one of these shadow spots or one of these other shadow spots. All these shadow spots threaten these other shadow spots. I mean, so it's a legitimate, play there. Yeah, exactly. Just go back and avoid the Shades play, which is definitely a possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go there on Olanavia because we can, and because you can't assassinate us off of it. Do we care about the initiative here? I mean, his turn 3 is already done. I don't know that I really care about the initiative switch, especially because if I win initiative, it just lets him get the initiative switch. I think what I want to do is actually cover the shadow glyph. Or not shadow glyph, the shadow. And the level 3 to keep him from getting an assassination teleport. Now I can grab the treasure glyph and take some shots. One, two, three. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I think that's the play. Yep. Because I can plan for the initiative switch when I want to, because I can basically just grab it whenever I want. And because I blocked his shadow space there, that does limit somewhat his options. My guess is he's going to leave Mika there, just always as a way to threaten my position with Kamanawa. Which also means I'm going to leave a shade there. But that means then his obsidians can rush in. So I gotta be thinking, I'd probably still go Kamanawa, Shades. And that's so I can grab the glyph, maybe retreat back, and then Shades can kind of fly over the top. Or do I just start with Shades? No, I think I have to, if I'm going to grab that glyph, I have to make sure Kamanawa doesn't get assassinated. Kamanawa, Shades, Awa. I think that makes sense. If he goes full obsidians, though, I'm going to have some trouble with that, because in 2 turns, especially if he wins initiative, he's going to be pounding down on the shade. But, 2 attacks of 4 from Kamanawa does feel mostly good. So we'll see, I guess. 4 attack and a 4 defense probably gives the obsidians a little bit more of an advantage if I'm not going full shades. But Kamanawa has the ability to get bigger attacks off. I guess we'll see. Grab the glyph, run back, keep shades in the start zone. Okay. Ninjas. Okay, so he wins initiative. That does mean he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't engage Kamanawa. Interesting. So he's just fully so he's just fully trying to get value out of the end of his draft and leave obsidians to just go pound for pound against the Phantoms. Interesting play there. And if I'm going Kamanawa, he wants to utilize just knocking him off while they can go through a screen. Okay. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they can rush in and assassinate a few of the Phantoms. I mean, Shades, whatever they're called. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's staying outside my range. Makes sense. He has one order marker on Mika, so I mean, if I get cute and go over here, he might be able to assassinate me if I try and get closer. Question is, did he actually get cute and go Mika? 2, 3, 4, let's see. Well, my special attack actually bypasses their ability, so I don't mind attacking into them, to be honest. So maybe they're just going to try and clear the shade so that Mika can come in and assassinate? Yeah, I think I just have to go with the game plan, grab some treasure glyphs, because I don't want to take the risk that Mika water marker is over there just to get a shot off. 10, I got it. Let's see, 13, Talisman of Defense. That's kind of amazing, especially with Counter-Strike. Base 5 defense. We got some height and shadow. I mean, defense isn't everything, but, you know, 4 life, 5 defense, Counter-Strike, I'll take it. Gives me some chances. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no attacks. Well, grabbing the glyph was worth it. My guess is he'll come in and just try and assassinate some shades. I'm wondering if he remembered that my special attack bypasses his ability. Because if he remembered that, I'm not sure he would have gone all in, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ouch. That's going to be a dead... it's going to be a dead shade. Yeah, I mean, if he can even trade for some shades, it's going to be a tough go. Well, I would have appreciated that into Kamanawa. Interesting play here if I go Kamanawa. I think I move up and go Kamanawa because then I keep him on low ground and only one same level. I keep him on low ground. There's only one same level. He can't assassinate me unless he kills that shade. And then I can replace with shades on my turn 3. Of course. What a great way to start. Okay, but I mean, at least I got a kill. Oh, duh. They can phase through. I totally forgot about that. Oh, that'll be my downfall. I totally forgot they could phase through. I'm an idiot. Let's see if my defense does anything. Nope. F that. You gotta be effing kidding me. Alright, well, that's basically game. Oh boy. Well, I mean, gosh, if I'm Kaminawa, I guess, could he have, I think he still could have gotten 2 attacks off me. Because I was here, no, I was here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my next spot was going to go there, but in his position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, he still could have come to the back line and gotten attacks on me. Yeah, Chris Perkins, seriously, how often have Ninjas of the Northern Wind been the MVP of a finals game in the history of HeroScape? Never. Never. Also, the blank on the first attack from Kaminawa was atrocious. And Shades now do nothing. Well, no, they don't. They do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I care about the initiative switch? I still don't think I do. And I don't care about that Shade on Shadow. I don't care about the unique attack left. Ay. Except for Quintella. Watch out, Quintella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can still get height on me, but like, well, yeah. I think I have to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like everything. I mean, yeah. 6, 7. I have to give myself the best chance. I mean, his turn 3 is done. The ninjas have done what they need to do. They assassinated Kaminawa. So I don't think he even puts an order marker on him again. Like, he'll take that height position. Yeah, I can always just avoid him as well. I don't have to pay them any mind. So I'm developing, I'm getting 2 attacks, and then I can go other places if I need to. Yeah. That's fine. 2 out of 2. See if we can get lucky. We did for the first half. See if we can get him. I mean, he's not dead. He's got 3 defense. You can still block it. Yeah. Of course you would. Oh boy. He can roll 2 out of 3 twice, but Kaminawa can't roll more than 1 out of 5, and he gets 3 out of 4 skulls on his only 2 attacks in Kaminawa. Kaminawa has 1 out of 5. Counter strike, best possible situation where he has the talisman to defense. Oh boy, that's about as bad as it gets. That's about as bad as it gets. Special attack bypasses his hiding. I mean, kind of the perfect storm right there. All in about 2 turns. Yep, he's rolling above 50% on both attack and defense. And I'm only 20% on defense. And 20% on defense that early is abysmal. Yes, Mega Silver, 53% defense. You saw that correctly. 53% defense. I mean, yeah, only 15 rolled, but I've only rolled 14, so that early in the game it makes a pretty... Kamen dying in 2 attacks. He only gets 2 attacks. He dies in 2 attacks. 5 defense, counter-strike, all the good things. Yeah, the timing of all of that worked out about as perfect as he could have asked for. All right. I mean, honestly, for him, he just goes full obsidians. Like, there's no reason for him to spend any more time with the. Yeah, exactly right. There's no reason for him to go. And actually, I don't mind losing initiative here, because again, I can always grab Dagmar and get the initiative switch. I do have the mobility, so ideally I can get him in awkward spots where he's going to have to give up height attacks. And at the end of the day, I just have to kind of trust that these dice are going to equal out. Like, the fact that his obsidians, or the fact that he's rolling that high defense, this online system, I know how it works. Eventually it equals out, so he's going to be blanking here, in the next few minutes or over the course of the game more regularly. Which means my 2 attack or 3 attack should theoretically be more valuable. But yeah, he's going to try and hug all the flatland, right? So hug flatland spots like here. Because I have mobility, he's always going to try and... Well, because I don't have range, but I have mobility, I can always choose when to attack him. I can be the one to choose that engagement. The problem is he can just continue to be patient because he's slow. And I don't have range, right? So this becomes a little bit of a game of cat and mouse where I get to decide when I want to attack because I can just fly and avoid him the whole game. But if he's patient and just slowly moves his entire army, and if he just trades 1 for 1, then he wins that game. And that's actually the position I'm in where it's actually really tough, is he's already traded... Well, I mean, I guess technically at any point I can just soul suck his heroes. So I don't necessarily have to trade 1 for 1. Well, no, I still have to trade. Yeah. I mean, because he's killed Kamanawa, he's only lost 1 of his guys. Shades are more expensive. They're more highly mobile. So basically, I can't play for the soul suck. Basically, I have to outperform his obsidians so that I can get an end game versus heroes where I just can keep them engaged and just roll the d20. Interesting. So yeah, he's being hyper patient. He just moved this one up, and that one up. No need to be in a rush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He did give me a hide attack there. And he can't get hide on me back, which is interesting. But then he can just trade. So, like, again, if I go here and I get that hide attack, like, even if I get the kill, I'm just going to trade because his next move is, okay, 1 same level. I can't replace that one, so he just kills it. And that's assuming I even get the kill. So now I basically just have to develop enough. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, basically I have to develop well enough here. That he just never... Well, he can grab these level 3s. Those don't have height against him. There's a lot of safe, and then he can just grab level 4. So I'm not... I mean, if he's patient, there's never really a situation where I can force him to take low ground. Because this guy can still get to this level 3, and then jump up to this level 4. And this level 3 is safe. Dang. Okay. Yeah, maybe I misdrafted this. Well, no. I wouldn't say I misdrafted this. I mean, you can't expect Kaminow to go down there with 5 defense, 4 life, and only 2 attacks coming his way. So, in another world where he gets those special attacks off and kills 2 of those, then I'm sitting in a really nice spot, right? With Kaminow behind a wall of, phantoms. Or shades. So, no, I think the draft was fine. I'm just in a really tough position where I don't know how I'm supposed to engage this. I think I just keep developing and kind of play from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I just develop up. Just try and get some kills here. Just see what he does with his time. He's going to end up being patient. I guarantee it. Like, he can drop the obsidian there. Like, if I go there, it denies him getting that height, but when he gets same level, maybe I can replace. I'm in no hurry to kill those either. Not like I have to. So do I really need to even bother? Not really. I really don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just go here. I could try to play for the heights here. So, like, even though I'm probably going to lose this one here on that same level attack, maybe if he takes that spot, then I just get another height attack down. 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that, because otherwise he just grabs that height. Then I'm getting a same level attack, and that's not doing anything. And then he can just grab level 4. At least maybe I can get a height attack, even if I get the kill. And he goes same level, then I can still get a height attack. At least maybe I'm trading. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe that is, yeah. Because he can just be patient and continue to gain the same level spots safely, I think I just have to try and get kills from height when I have the opportunity. Yeah, doesn't feel good though. Doesn't feel good though. So he can't get height on me, which is good. But I can replace with 2, which is good. He'll go Shadow and same level would be my guess. Shadow for extra defense. Yep, he'll gain that spot, makes sense. Gain that spot, makes sense. Oh, interesting. Why does he want to go there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, just to protect it. Yeah. Yep, okay. Yep, he's protecting that development spot so he can speed up through road. Makes sense. I'm going to be able to get another height attack there. Oh, come on, dude. Could you not freaking roll insane dice? Every attack has been 3 for 4. Golly. 57% attack dice. Oh boy. That can't be good. Alright, well these are level 3s, so I can actually lock him onto level 3 here. Which I think is ideal. Because then he can't gain this level 3, so I've got height. That gives me a pretty good spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's... he has low ground though there. If he decides to run in from 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, he can get height on the shadow spot. Yeah, I'd rather give him the attack up. So let's just develop this one over here. No, I don't want to give him an extra attack. I think we'll go here. This is a little bit more central. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can't attack that one. So if he's going to attack this one, it's going to be from height. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Gotta love that. Okay, well. Again, I just gotta stop this trading business. Interesting. Yeah, because I don't have range, this is a melee game, so at any point... Well, I mean, I guess one of us can just sit and wait, but like if he develops up into the map far enough, I could just fly over the top and just try and soul suck his heroes. And that makes things at least somewhat interesting. Like say he like just kind of sits here and wants to like sit here. I can like fly over the top, get next to the heroes, maybe soul suck it, force him back down into his start zone. But again, less impactful because he grabbed squads that can't be soul sucked and heroes that, yeah, anyway. Shades, turn 3. Well, I can't get any hide attacks. So, what's the play here? I mean, the play is not to take same level attacks, that's for sure. Actually, I mean, I could. It's turn 3. I could get 2 same level attacks, grab Dagmar, and then just retreat. So, like, 1, 2... Let's see, what's the plan here? I think we just go... This guy's safe. Yeah, this guy's safe where he's at. So, we just grab... Or do we go for the heroes? See, I could go, like, here. Get 2 soul sucks, potentially, with an initiative switch. And then... go... same level attack. And then if I win initiative, fly away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I could just, like, blitz out of there. Yeah, okay, interesting. And just kind of keep playing that game. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for Dagmar. Oh, do we go for Mika or do we go for both heroes? I think we just go for Mika for now. Yikes, 4 for 4, dude. Come on. Can you not, like, roll insane defense? Jeez, 48% defense. Golly, dude. Absurd. Of course I'm going to lose it. 7 plus 8, 15. Oh, whew. Wrong side of the dice, Shade. Let's go. Let's go. Soul suck. Let's go. Okay. So that's before moving. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I did just get Mika, so that's kind of... Actually, Mika there is kind of disgusting because that gets him stuck in his entire development. It forces him onto the edges instead of the road. Oh man, because her defense is now 6. Vengeance. Yeah. Vengeance for Awa. Interesting. So now we fly away. Actually, he can engage this one, but it'll be from low ground. So 1, 5, 6, 7. So we go here. No, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We can go here. We don't. It doesn't really matter. It's good to stay on height. We've got the mobility. Well, see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is fine, because that's not road, and I can always move that one. And I think with shades, I didn't activate. It's just you roll for it for every adjacent, so I didn't even activate the one I destroyed. Each shade of Bleakwood you control. Right. Okay. So each shade of Bleakwood. So yeah, so I didn't even activate that one. That's just something you roll for. So I still get to move 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to avoid him getting that one. 1, 2. I might as well attack there. And he's engaged with 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't get at these guys now, so I might as well just try and kill him. So we move back 1, we move back 2, so he can't get any attacks, and I think we just attack down, just for kills. Because I don't think we need to develop these... Well, no, we should. We can get those kills later. 4, 5, 6, 7. Go here. He's engaged, he can't even reach these. Currently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I leave that one to grab Dagmar. This one to get in if I need to. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and I can still at the end of the round potentially grab that dude. Okay. So I moved back, and then I moved up. Okay, we'll just go on this guy. Because I like that as a safe spot. I'd rather try and keep that safe spot. If only I could soul suck unique squads, that would be kind of amazing. I thought you actually could until I double checked, but it makes sense because you have to destroy the devouring shade. In fact, for the northern wind, okay, so it's just like Isamu's. They get to move 4 spaces, and it has to be non-adjacent to an opponent's figure. Cool. Cool. All right. Okay, so I mean, here's the thing though. Like, it soul sucks Mika, so like she's just, you know, chowder now, right? 5 life, 4 base defense. She's on shadow on height, so I mean, she's gonna have 6 defense, 5 defense from same level. So like, she can definitely tank, but now he just basically pounds her to death until I do something, right? Yeah, exactly. Finally, I got a defensive roll. He can stop his attack rolls anytime. Holy F, dude. Jeez. His attacks have been ridiculous. Thank you. See, but I needed that 0 for 4 on Kaminow. Alright. So, I mean, he's getting stuck on Mika, but the problem is if I fly in and engage, he just pounds my shades at that point. So I really have to think about this carefully. Actually, I think I know what I do. I continue to try and isolate shades. See, because these are all engaged with Mika. Well, no, because this guy can just rotate over. I was going to say attack from this spot, which is correct. I think I can attack from this spot. This guy rotates over them, which I was going to say if I put 2 here, but then this guy rotates over, attacks up, or this guy, whoever. And then this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, he can attack up. You take that bet because it's just good stats are good, I think. You can't replace this guy though. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't. Ooh, if I kill here, they can't replace that though. So they're still attacking up. 1, 2, but they can replace this guy. So attacking over here doesn't necessarily make sense yet, because he can just swarm over here, get multiple same level attacks. So I want to try and isolate positions where they can't retaliate meaningfully, which I think has to be in this position. Like 2 guys here. I mean, if I don't get the kill, he's getting a same level attack and then potentially an attack up, attack up. But like, if I somehow block that with 5 defense, then, you know, I get attacks down. So again, it forces him into some awkward positions. It feels bad, but like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do in that scenario. 1, 2, and then I'll probably just bring this guy up. Unique attack glyph means nothing until I can get Avar Scarcarver. I really need him to develop up these back guys so that I can fly over the top and not have him in a position to come back and save Avar. That's what I really need. Order markers on Mika. She's just a tank now. And he can't take this level 4 unless he has an order marker on his ninjas, which is possible. And I think maybe I just develop up and get an attack here. This one can grab Dagmar if I need to. Yeah. This is what, turn 2? Yeah. Well, what's the play here? Yeah, I think I just try and make this as best of a position as I can make it. That's good. We're still trading evenly. Yikes, there's a 20. Okay, cool. Okay, so that was pretty good because you can't replace that level. Whoa. Oh. Alright, so this is still interesting because he's still locked down by Mika. He can't replace this level 3, so if he wants to get attacked, he's attacking up, which if I block, gives me attacks down. Even if he kills him, it still gives me attacks down. But again, we've traded evenly, so his ninjas are going to start gaining a lot more value the longer this goes if I can't kill him. And Avar Scarcarver for sure is going to clean up good old Good old Quintella. Yeah, exactly. He's still in the lead position. Like, Mika's annoying. The fact that I grabbed Mika is annoying for him, but is not game changing yet. Like it is, but it gives me chances. But it's not going to pay off until I had a feeling. Had a feeling. 5 defense never felt so bad. It's always the 1 for 4s that you expect to keep it. Oh, right. And then Mika. I mean, if she can just stay there and tank shots, and if I can trade evenly with the Obsidians, then it actually is a really good end game. So yeah, I mean, definitely Soul Sucking Her changed the game. I'm just trying to think, like... Yeah, honestly, I just have to trade. Like, I have to trade Shades for Obsidians. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, he's always going to be able to get there, so I have to own this space. And I think I have to avoid him getting the initiative switch, so I think I do have to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, can't quite get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this back one, probably, maybe. I'll do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only because I don't want to give him a same level spot up there if he decides to go with his ninjas at any point. Okay, well. We go for height attacks, see if we can get lucky. And we did on that one. Again, if I can trade Shades for Obsidians, he's still rolling insane defense. I mean, he did just blank, but like 46% is still obscene. So we're still trading evenly. Oh man. Which, again, if we're trading evenly, it becomes an interesting game where Mika is cleanup against everything else. But I do not like the fact that he still has 2 ninjas left, because the ninjas will continue to gain value as the game goes on, and I unfortunately have to prioritize attacks onto Obsidians. But because I've taken this position, now he can get attacks from low ground onto Shades, which I think he feels like he has to take, instead of attacks into Mika. I'm really glad that I didn't put early wounds on Mika now. And I'm really glad that he placed me some shadows that I could use on height on a very difficult position for himself. Yeah, so he continues to attack Shades. Yeah, I mean, we each have less than 3 squads left. He's got a pretty good chance of getting, I would say, 3 kills here. Even from low ground, he's just got the advantage of 4 attack and a 5 defense. Still feels really good. For getting a kill, that is, especially the way I've been rolling. I mean, I'm rolling statistically. This dude's been rolling blazing shields. I mean, I said earlier the dice would eventually equalize out. We've rolled the same amount of defense dice, and it has been blazing shields and attack skulls from his side. I actually have a little bit of better attack, honestly, which is interesting. But anyway, so what's he gonna do? Get a same level attack on Mika? I actually didn't see where he developed to. Same level attack on Mika, 2 attacks up into Shades. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to, right? But if I were him, I think you're okay in an end game where it's Avar and ninjas versus Mika. I think you're okay because that's still multiple attacks versus a one attack unit. And so for him, I think you probably just prioritize Shades. I mean, Shades at the end of the day only have a base 2 attack, right? Yeah, you're on low ground, but base 4 attack into 5 defense, generally speaking, should work out in your favor. So if he just goes onto low ground here, let's see, one. Well, no, I guess he can only go here. Yeah, guarantee you get 1 kill. Maybe somehow get lucky on a... Or drop down? Yeah, okay, yeah, drop down, right. Attack up, attack up, attack up, yeah. I mean, if he gets 1 kill, I anticipate losing 1, at least 1. If he gets 2, he's in a decent position. If he gets 3, I'm basically just out of it. Because I can't come back from losing 3. I can come back from losing 1. 2 becomes substantially harder. Yeah, he's killing this one because that one, on the off chance that he wins initiative, which with my rolling you never know, he can take that same level position. That's the kill he needs. Oh, okay, he's attacking Mika. So, 5. Okay, well, we needed those defense rolls switched. Okay, well, we're both clipping at about 1 kill per turn, honestly. So, I mean, it's the dam's about to break, right? I mean, now I get to put order markers on Mika just to psych him out. So the dam's about to break because one of us is going to get 2 or 3 kills in a turn, and that's going to make all the difference. It really is. And that tends to be how HeroScape goes. Like, if I lose this initiative, then he's in the driver's seat, for sure. Because you can't... Okay, there we go. And he rolled high enough to really make it a tough play there. So I win initiative. It allows me to get 2 height attacks down, which is nice. I'm not guaranteed to get those height attacks. Actually, that's interesting. I can get technically 3 height attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can replace that position. Not particularly interested in doing that, but I can go there and that's covered there and there, but he can drop down and get a same level attack. Not sure I need to do that. I think I'd prefer always to maintain height, and he gets extra defense anyway. So I probably just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably just go here. Get my 2 height attacks. But if I'm trying to maximize the potential to do damage, thing is 1, 2, 3, he can always replace there. So like these are all engaged, so these 2 can, where can they replace? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they go here, they can attack up. That's only 1. If I go here, he can go 1, 2, 3. Assuming I even kill that, then he's getting 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he goes here, the most kills he can get is 2. Versus if I go down here, the most 2 kills he can get is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I have to limit what he can actually kill. I have to limit his potential kills to 2. It feels so bad, but I have to play it that way. And I have to wait to try and assassinate this one. And then maybe snipe him once these ones develop over here. Which is why I'm leaving him there. So we moved there. We're going to attack there. We'll leave him on Dagmar for now. And then maybe we'll get an attack there just to try and, again, get some value. Yeah. I think that makes sense. We just try to trade. We just try to trade. Which is not likely with the way this is. Okay. Well, so far trading is occurring. Let's see if we can snipe a... not likely, not with 1 out of 3. And he got it. Okay. Well, yeah, he can go 1, 2. Interesting, okay. So same level, yeah, height attack there, same level there, okay. Interesting play. Makes sense. Trying to get some value there. Okay. Ballsy play. That's gonna get you the kills you need. We're trading 1 for 1, and he recognized he needed to break the wall. That I wasn't gonna anticipate that. Yep, that's a good play. Those ninjas are effing stupid, man. So much value out of those little effers. Oh, gall. So now he's trading at a higher clip. It's 5 to 7, so I've got to basically trade now. He's still getting value. I can't believe I've been throwing occasional attacks or order markers on them. Or not attacks. I've been throwing occasional attacks onto them, and none of them have gone through. Actually, no. 2 of them, I got 2 out of 3 twice, and he blocked both of them early. Okay, that's a real problem. He can't get there, so I can still get 2 attacks down. He doesn't have any more order markers on the ninjas, so I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do this. Let's see. If I go here, the most he gets is 2 kills. Yeah, I can't go there. I think I just try and keep getting. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. The most attacks he's getting is 2 again. Which again, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not ideal. Yeah, I think we bring up this guy to get an attack. Just try and knock these guys off to stop the end game insanity. There's so much value with those guys. It's ridiculous. Absurd. Like, I've honestly never seen so much value from ninjas in the Northern Wind. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh man, the dam is breaking. The dam is breaking. He got me. He got 2 kills. His ninjas are still alive, and now I'm down two units on a trade. And the thing is down 2 units on a trade makes it so that he ends with about a full squad of obsidians. Full squad of obsidians slowly pounding away at Mika. I mean, obviously, I'll be jinxed here in a second. They haven't done any damage to her yet, but like, full squad of obsidians can kill her, and all it takes is a couple bad rolls and then she's down. So I know, Mega Silver. I know. I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know what he's doing. 1 squad of ninjas. Cam and I'll take care of that. 4 attack into 3 defense twice, and then I've got 5 defense on a counter strike. You'd think You'd think you're sitting pretty. See if 5 defense can hold. 1 does. If I can block 2... Come on! Dude, he's been maxing out on defense and attacks obscenely regularly. I haven't rolled 1 single 3 for 3 yet. Golly. Let alone defense max out. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to overcome the disparity in the stats right now. Like, there's a certain level at which it does level out, but the disparity is pretty... It's going to be hard to overcome this disparity right now. I think I got to go... I mean, I have to get my attacks down. I think I have to backtrack and just try and get kills on the ninjas, because I can't keep getting same level attacks on obsidians. No, I do. I have to get 2 kills here at some point. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've got to try and even the odds. Golly. And this dude's rolling 50% shields. Non-stop. And I can't get a 3 for 3. Where's my 3? Oh, that is infuriating. Wow. Yeah, it's hard to overcome 40% defense when your opponent's rolling 65 dice, almost as much defense as you are. Mine's actually 34%. I mean, it's above average. My attack rolls kind of expected them to be lower just because my base attack is only 2 anyway. But there's no way Mika can clean up 2 full squads of obsidians. That's a dead phantom. I love how I know when they're going to die. I'm actually rolling more defense than he is, and consistently unable to actually block anything. Except for Mika. Mika refuses to die. So maybe all my order markers should be on Mika. Dude, you gotta be kidding me, man. Golly. In what game can you get a Soul Devourer and just be losing horribly? A game where ninjas of the Northern Wind assassinate Kaminawa and, oh boy. I mean, there's no reason to go Shades anymore. I mean, now it's Mika just one attack at a time until the game's done. I mean, the truth is like, if Mika somehow survives, she could run around and grab glyphs. I mean, I don't know why he wants the initiative switch there. I mean, he's got 2 full squads of obsidians. Like, just an attack of 5. Yeah, I mean, if I can kill 1 per turn, I mean, yay. It'll still take 3 full rounds. It'll still take 3 full rounds, but now he can just focus down Mika, right? So I can't limit his number of attacks into me for a long time. here's where it all goes to crap. Yep. Golly, man. This is just ridiculous. I'm so sick of these rolls. I'm not typically one to piss all over the dice, but this has been pretty abysmal timing for just about every roll. Other than my Soul Devour. The Soul Devour made things interesting, but yeah, this is not going well. Golly, man. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Oh, man. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I mean, I essentially had 75 more points of army than him with Mika. Couldn't pull it out. Oh, now shields show up. Now the blank comes, though. No, I kind of expected it, honestly. Can I please roll above average? F! Like literal F. 42% attack dice. I mean, if I could get one kill per turn, I'd actually be in a really good position. Even with 2 life left. Sorry, guys. It just sucks that the championship game is so lopsided. Unfortunately, the entertainment value has been suspect. Yeah, Skywell. Legit, my attack dice at this rate are going to dip below his defense. Well, it's alright. I guess my only other option here is to somehow survive and soul suck a frickin'... Like, Mika's not gonna survive. She's engaged with 3 guys. I mean, soul suck a frickin' Evar Scar Carver. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's bank on it. Let's bank on it. We'll wound him. Let's see if we can get some wounds. And then survive and try and get the chill touch, or not chill touch. There we go. We'll wound him. We'll give him some life. Living on a prayer. Skywhale and Jacob Lecca. Yes, you can. I learned that nifty little trick from Kevin Dola. You can put order markers. It is completely legal to put order markers on your opponent's cards. It makes no sense in 99.9% of cases, but when there is Mind Shackle and Soul Devour in play, it absolutely is legal. It's a little known fact, and so now he's pooping his pants, thinking, well, maybe maybe the Soul Devour is going to happen for a second time. Maybe Avar Scar Carver can. One defense roll, please. Come on. Living on a freaking prayer. Thank you. We needed those switched. 19 or 20? Nope. Alright. Well, we tried. Mean. Yeah, I mean, I think I was just being... I mean, at the end of the day, I was probably being too cute with the range, idea with Kaminawa and Phantoms, range and mobility. At the end of the day, good stats are good, right? Like, this is a perfect example of... yeah, it's just a perfect example of, like, good stats are good, right? There's so much melee on the board that, like, all it takes is Kaminawa to flub, and then it's just over, right? In terms of the range. The game wasn't over when Kaminawa died. Getting Mika definitely made things possible. Because she had to sit there and tank while Shades, killed stuff, but... yeah, I mean, I started off saying his hot rolls would eventually, pan out the way the system works. Well, on the other side, the way the system works is, screwing you. 43% attack dice, almost as bad, or his defense almost as. I mean, rolling 41% defense, you can't beat that. Yeah, you had 2 attacks. I have 5 defense, counter, strike. And I got 2 attacks. First. All things say I come out on top of that engagement. Even one more shield keeps Awa alive. Had the perfect roll. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about further on that one. I think, his draft his his final draft honestly was super solid. Really did not I did not see any value in the draft units that he picked at all. Well, no. Mika for sure has value in this game for sure, because it's a shadow map. Yeah, like definitely she has a lot of value. So I definitely considered her as and expected him to potentially draft her. The Avar Scar Carver move and the Ninjas of the Northern Wind, like I to this day I would still consider those bad drafts. But what was interesting is that Mika and Navarre aren't, again, Phantoms soul sucking those aren't nearly as devastating as if there was a Krug or a Eltahale, which in this game would have been relevant because I would have gotten one of those. I mean, as well as they can be. At the end of the day, good stats are good, and Obsidians just win out even on low ground. Infuriating, though, to be rolling 5 and blocking. I felt Obsidians could be maneuvered by because as I can out maneuver you always. So essentially 3-5 stats. I was hoping I could trade evenly, so Awa could keep the nuclear seals and moves and game. Yeah, and so that was the situation. And sorry, I wasn't talking there. I was just chatting, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Is the end game of Shades into Obsidians is a auto lose for Shades most of the time. Again, I can be a 3-5 right from a height most of the time if I'm positioning and maneuvering correctly. But the whole game plan is to be doing that, keeping him busy while Kim and I was kiting, right? And I knew that, but I could easily play around that. Like, I can deny Mika positioning like I did, and I actually counter ninjas, but not when the perfect rolls go through. And honestly, I'm not sure I even make that play here. Well, no, that was still the best play, because I was considering repositioning. Well, no, I think oh no, because there was a shade here, I couldn't get to this 3 hex. I would have gotten to this 3 hex, but the shade not dying there meant that I couldn't get there, and I would have had to take a disengage anyway. There was shades here that I could have gotten here, but with 6 movement and Ghost Walk, they could get to him anyway. So no matter where I go with Kaminawa, he dies unless I go to this level 4. But I don't even think that level 4 was open. I'd have to go back and check. I can't remember, but if that level 4 was open, that's probably the next best spot, is just to take that, because Kamino was here, there was a shade here, and then the ninjas were like here and here, or here, here, and here. Yeah, so I think going here. I can't remember if I had shades there or not. If I didn't have shades there, then that was the misplay, because then I could have just bopped off those guys, this guy and this guy. An attacker 2 just needs to do enough damage with them to bring us. We go for the blow. I mean, yeah, Mika and Ivar don't do much though overall if you engage Mika and just don't attack Ivar. Like, Ivar is easy to kill on a turn 3 and then init switch. And I went shades to guarantee init switches with their mobility. My plan in the end game versus Ivar was also to just have shades engage and roll for soul devour and tank shots of 2v4. So it was really more about screening for Awa with the shades. The ninjas insane value. Even the to get 2 shade kills was massive. Because up to that point we were trading evenly. And in an even trade, I like my chances with Mika. Heroes in the end game. Yeah, just a rough go. Sorry for those of you if you're still watching or whatever. We'll go ahead and close this out. I can keep chatting here with him. But thank you guys for sticking around late night. Good games. Or good game. Overall, I mean, Earthling, I think he's got some sweet revenge. I don't know, the last 3 or 4 meetings we've had in tournaments, playoffs, or just games in general. I've beaten him. So I bet this feels good for him, doubly so. Winning the championship, but also beating me, which, I'll give it to him. Unfortunately, it wasn't as entertaining as I had hoped. I had hoped it would be a little bit closer, but losing Kamino that early really made it an uphill battle. I did it as best I could. I think I played it pretty decently to try and get a comeback. I set up the initiative switch, stole Mika. Definitely gave me some, chances there. Ninjas, there's just some units that, show up, and they showed up. So, anyway, that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.